Leeds 2. What a game. What a second half. Craig, how are we doing, mate?
I don't know. I've fallen asleep during that, but yeah, not the best game, was it?
I thought it was entertaining, especially the second half. First half, we can just forget and erase. Not really anything
Yeah,
happened. But
yeah,
that second half completely turned it around. And, like, fair play, Bournemouth. In my opinion, they were the better side. We were lucky, but then look on the reverse fixture when they scored in the last minute. We were
yeah.
the better side. So it swings around about in this league. I mean, it could have potentially been 3-1, but obviously they were offside. But I mean, let's just go through their first goal, mate. Obviously, Croupier, good, decent little player, and he took his goal well.
Yeah. Took him out of
But
my FPL team as well.
I mean, I've got Ryan in my fantasy football team, so but yeah, no, I mean, it was a decent finish, and then literally within minutes, Okafor hits the post, and you just think that was like our first attack in the second
Yeah,
half.
it
And
felt like to me that just felt like it's not our night.
yeah, like I said, weren't great, but then obviously Willie comes on. I say beautiful shot. It was more of a cross comes in and beautiful finish by James Hill to. I mean, that was a striker's finish, to be fair.
A nice little back heel, isn't it? Uh,
Yeah, and then you just think, right, can we hang on? But goes to pot, doesn't it, mate?
yeah, well, I mean, I keep telling you this, don't I, that I don't like when we just sit back and soak up pressure and invite it onto us because at this level you can't do it. Like it's going to punish you, and when we do try and attack, I don't think we've got the when you've got certain players out of the team. I don't think, and like you took Okafor off, I don't think we've got the pace to counter attack. So
Not
it's
properly.
difficult. Yeah, not properly, but it is difficult. But yeah, it were always going to come. You could see, and then that Rayan's such a class player. Such a good player. I'd love to have him at Leeds. Even before Bournemouth signed him, I was looking at him thinking I'd love him at Leeds.
Yeah.
But um,
Looking.
but yeah, it is one of them. Good finish, and then there's not you can do about it. It's just it's a good finish, and then yeah, then we go 3-1 behind, and luckily it got ruled offside, and we went up and pinched a point.
I mean, yeah, obviously it's offside. There's no like two ways about it. Obviously, that's what VAR are there for. Finally, probably going. I know it's gone in our way a few times this season, but right at the end, you think, and then we get that throw in, lovely throw, and then obviously Longstaff comes in, and what a volley it was. But then when they
Yeah,
showed the replay, Pirro is offside, and I'm thinking, please don't rule this off because it'll be very tight. But at the same time, is he blocking the keeper view?
yeah. When I heard that though, that it's like they're looking at it for blocking the keeper. I thought, well, what is this all about? Like, what's this kind of rule that you're blocking the keeper's view? And that's part of the game. Like, you don't want the keeper to see. So, like,
I know if you're in an offside position, you they
I
can
get it
really.
if you're clearly offside, then yeah. But it's one of them like they do it on corners, don't they? That when a corner comes in, if the keeper's obstructed, they'll rule it out, and I'm like, it's part of the game.
Yeah, which I never get, but I mean, what was it? We only had one corner. Do we no? Do we have one corner in that game in the end, or was it two?
I can't remember if we did get another one after that, but it took until that Metcha chance in it for us to get a corner right near the end. So yeah, it weren't the best Leeds performance, but I just the saving grace is we come out of it with a point. We're now on 40 points, which I feel like it's a magic number for being safe. It'd take a monumental like fuck up now on it to not be safe, but the saving grace. I just hope that we're saving the performance for Sunday because by God we need that.
I mean, like you said a minute ago, you don't like it when we put ourselves under pressure by just sitting deep. for me, I'm trying to look at it both ways, from the Leeds point of view, and then from a neutral point of view by watching the game, like by making sense. Like, yeah, we were poor, but at the same time, Bournemouth were good. They were pressing as well. They were doing everything that we have been seeing that we've been doing recently.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, against Man United, that's how we were playing. We were putting them on the back foot the whole time, and they were doing it to us. So while yes, we defended well in parts, the whole performance of it, we weren't great because we didn't push forward enough. But
Yeah, but
like I
that
said,
I think that is down to us not pushing out, which it's Bournemouth for good. I'm not you can't take anything away from that. They've been on form lately. They're an informed team. I mean, they beat Arsenal away from home. They're picking up. You know, they're trying to get into Europe. So it's it is what it is with that. But I just think we're a better team. Ironically, we're better defensively when we're pushing forward, when we're on the
yeah,
front foot, and we're pressurising teams, and it shows we can do it because, like you say, when we're chasing that goal, we then change a gear and push up and go for it. So I don't think it's just Bournemouth pegging us back. We invite that on a lot, and just I think it were a bit negative in the first half. So
yeah. Danny's put a comment here saying arguably second best tonight. Great to come away with a point. Shows determination to keep going until the end. Darren's put a point away against a very good Bournemouth team. Is a very good result. Yeah, we've broken our longest away run since 1979 by going 9 games unbeaten away from home. So the fact that people say that we can't win away from home or we don't do well away from home, we are on a nice little bit of run. Obviously, that's including the cup game against Derby, Birmingham, West Ham as well. So
yeah.
we have been doing well recently, and like I say, Bournemouth are a very good side. They're fighting for Europe. They were the better side on the day, but at the end of the day, it's a vital point for us as well. And the fact that we
And
can
it's
win it all,
like I said to you last time, we've only lost 12 games in all season, and we're in that bottom half. I think that's the least amount from is it from Newcastle down? I think it's we've lost the least amount of games, and it's we have done well this season. We've got to pat ourselves on the back, and yeah, we've missed out on 3 points when we've drawn when we should have got 3 points, or we feel like we should have, and all we've got to do is the next step is stay in this league and turn them draws next season into wins, and just improve a little bit. Because if we win, if we got the points that we think we should have got this season, well, the games that we definitely should have got points, we'd be way up that table now, like in them European spots. I think we'll be. I think it worked out that we'd be sixth or seventh, something like
yeah,
that.
that's a
So,
few games ago. But I
but
mean, like I said,
it is what it is. We've done well. We can't, we can't just pull them down for that.
no, I mean, Darlow made a great save in the first half, or the first half? Yeah, first half with his first save of the game. I mean, what? Let's talk about the players individually now, mate. What did you make of Darlow?
I didn't think he was really at fault for any of the goals. Um, and overall, I think Darlow is just our best keeper.
Yeah, as much
I
as
know, I
that
know, I
pains
know
me
you,
to say it,
I
but
know you have a different opinion, but at the minute, I just think Darlow's our best keeper, and the form he's on at the minute, like I can't.
no, I
It,
agree with you on that.
I don't think he's not putting a foot wrong, and I know he's conceded two today, but I don't think any of the goals that he could do anything about. Even the disallowed goal, I don't think he can do anything about it. So. But when he's needed to pull off the saves, the saves he's pulled off have denied goals that would be
Yeah,
certain goals. So yeah, he's made some big saves, and he's getting better with his distribution, where he's just getting rid of it. He's not, dallying on the ball. I know he did against Manu a little bit, but he yeah, I think 7.
So I was thinking, I thought 7 at first, but then I thought 7.5 in the fact that obviously he made 5 saves, important saves as well. There was a ball that came through, I think from Senesi again, that Evan Nilsson almost got to, but then Dyer made that decision to rush out and get it, and that's
Yeah,
what stands in my head. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
think the goals were his fault, but for me, I think 7.5 is generous, but I think it's the right call. So
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna go
I'd be happy to give.
7.5.
I'd be happy to give more as well because I just think I don't feel. I don't feel worried when he's in goal.
Yeah, that's fine. Right, let's do Bogle first, mate. Get him out the way
Yeah,
first.
no, yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna go 6. I don't think he were at it today where his passing were off. You know, he were putting himself about like he usually does, but I think he were a bit sloppy in his play. I love Bogle and you know what he brings to this team, but I think today just he needs to chalk that off and write it off as a bad day at the office.
Six. Yeah, I think 6, a kind 6. I'll give him.
Right.
I was thinking more of a 5.5 to be honest, but do you know, I'm just gonna stick with a 5.5. I
Well,
don't think he was good at all today. Justin, mate, what did you make of him?
I thought Justin was good again today. He just gives you this, like what we talk about with Gruev. He just gives you what he gives you. Like he's straight down the line. I think he don't give you a bad performance. He might sometimes give you an outstanding performance, but I think today maybe 7.5.
Yeah, I'll go for that one as well. Bijol next, mate. I thought he was so good. Like him and
Yeah,
Pascal were just brilliant. I thought in the air he was good. Defensively, like tackling wise, he was good. Clearances, I think he got like about 9 clearances in that game. 8 for
yeah.
Bijol.
I'd be happy with an 8. Yeah, I think today without the performance of him and Pascal, we'd be a lot worse off.
Yeah. Danny's put here Pascal and Darlow man of the match from the starting 11, arguably an 8 out of 10. I mean, let's get on to Pascal, shall we? So, 3 tackles he made. Um, was it 6 aerial duels, 14 clearances? He was a rock, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'd be happy to give him a like. Is it too much to give him like say an 8.5? I thought he was slightly like he was better than Biol, but they were both outstanding. So is it too much, or is it an 8, same as Biol, but maybe a higher end 8?
I'll go 8.5. I thought he was really, really good. Definitely proved me wrong. I mean,
He's improved a lot. He's improved a lot.
I've said many times I don't think he's good enough. I think he's too slow. I don't think he's tactically aware or he reads the game that well. I have said that before, and I'm so glad that he's actually proved me wrong because
Yeah,
he has arguably been our best centre back this season.
I think
And for
he's. I
him,
think he's improved a lot with reading his game. Without reading, he's not getting caught as much as he used to
yeah,
do.
which is good.
Yeah, yeah.
Goodmanson, mate, what did you think of him?
Again, I think we miss Goodmanson when he's not in the team, but I think today, it, you know, he brought a bit of pace. He did some good crosses, but I just think he were getting done on that left hand on his side a lot. Maybe,
Especially in the first half.
yeah. I don't think it was his best game either. And like I said, whether they've got one eye on Sunday and they're just trying to not get injured like Bogle has, but um, yeah, I'd say 7.
Yeah, I agree with you. He was very sloppy at times. Obviously, gave the ball away, counter attackers down that wing a lot. But yeah, Tanaka next, mate.
Uh, Again, I love Tanaka, but I think his interception, his reading of the game is so good. But when what bothers me is not only his set pieces were not very good today, but what bothers me about him is I don't know if you noticed, there were a few times in the game when they were breaking through the middle, like they'd win the ball and then they'd break through the middle. And when Tanaka's chasing back, he hasn't got the pace. Like he's not catching him up. And but when the game's in front of him and he reads it, he does so many good interceptions that you think that he's no right to get, and he gets it. Um, but yeah, I'd probably say 7 for him as well. Like I didn't think he were bad, but I didn't think he were outstanding either.
I know what you mean. Obviously, the last two games he has been brilliant, especially
Yeah,
against
that's what I
Man
mean. I'm
United.
comparing it to how he has been, but
But I got slated because yes, originally I did say I would have rested Tanaka and Aronson for this game, and that was solely because obviously Tanaka's not really had a run of games, so you want to
yeah,
keep him sharp, but at the same time you want to manage his minutes at the same time. But he's still done well, but not as good as the last two games. But 7 for Tanaka. What about Ampadu, mate?
um, so I'm going to Ampadu 7.5. I think I want to give him an 8 though, something like because I feel like without Ampadu, he just drags us and drives us forward. In fact, I am going to give him an 8 because he just he drags us up that pitch sometimes when we need it. He adds that bit of bite, and today he got some really good blocks in, and he just puts his body on the line, doesn't he, without any fear. And I
I'm gonna
think,
give him 8 just because of his little smirk that he done it to Adams when we scored the equaliser. It was
yeah,
actually done because obviously we all know what Adams like. Obviously, he was giving it when they scored and stuff like that. And then for him just to run up past him and give him a little smirk,
yeah,
that is just the epitome of Leeds. And
that's
he,
what I mean. I was just about to say that I think Ampadu is what he is. Leeds United. He
yeah,
knows, like he is what we want in a football player, and I think if we had 11 Ampadus on the pitch, obviously with different skill sets, but the same mindset as Ampadu, that it'd be a phenomenal team.
yeah, completely agree. Aronson next, mate.
Uh, he was good in parts, weren't he, Aronson? He did like I was really surprised when he like took them 2 players.
I don't know if it's just me, but I think Craig's internet may have just stopped. He is currently at a hotel, so I do apologise. Aaron's, yeah, as Craig was just saying, taking on a couple of players, he was good in the air. I thought he won a couple of aerial duels, which Aronson doesn't always tend to do. I'm going to rate Aronson 7.5. Could have done better, but again, it's Aaronson obviously had that shot, but they gave it as a foul, which was a bit harsh, I thought. Aronson 6.5. That's fair enough. I thought he was good though. For me, I thought he wasn't as good as what he has been. But again, we weren't brilliant going forward this game. For Okafor, mate, I thought he was really quiet this game. Obviously, he hit the post, which was so unlucky. I've literally got out of my chair as soon as it left his foot because I thought it was in. But apart from that, he didn't really do a lot. And then obviously he came off on the 64th minute. I'm only going to give Okafor a 6. As Craig has frozen due to his internet connection, which I assumed it would have happened as well. I'm going to move on to DCL. I mean, yes, while he won aerial duels and he was good defensively, clearing the ball, um, his finishing, obviously, I know he got the penalty last game, but he didn't have a single shot in this game. Um, yeah, Danny Okafor was quiet compared to the last couple of games. DCL as well is I don't know if he's struggling or if it's like change of formation, obviously not having someone up front with him. DCL as well, I'm only going to give him a 6 for me personally. Mecha and Nonto both came on 64th minute for Bijol and Okafor, which, to be fair, changed the game at the time. I thought Willie Nonto was good, getting forward, bit more direct. His crossing, yeah, his crossing was decent. Obviously, he had that shot, stroke cross, and then Hill put it in the back of the net. And then, so Willie, I'll give a 7 for Willie Nonto, and for Mecha, offered more than what DCL did in the time that he played. So almost scored. I think he just grazed the post and it went wide. Mecha 7.5. Yeah, Mecha 7.5 in the comments. Nonto 7. Completely agree, Nick. Danny's gone 7.5 to an 8 for Nonto. In terms of what he offered, I believe these two subs absolutely changed the game for us in terms of what DCL and Okafor were doing beforehand. They were a lot more attacking and gave us a better option. And then Longstaff came on for Aronson with his finish alone. I would just give Longstaff an 8, maybe 7.5. No, I'm just going to give him an 8 because that finish at the end was just absolutely beautiful. Welcome back, Craig. You have missed our ratings for Okafor, DCL, Metro, and Nonto.
Okafor 7.5. No, Okafor 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, I thought you were good.
Okay.
Maybe an
DCL.
8. Maybe an 8 then, because he was driving us forward. He was always making things happen. DCL 7, 6.5.
Metro.
7 when he came on. He were made things. He changed things
Nonto.
again. Made a difference. 7.
A lot lower than me then. And Longstaff, mate.
I don't think they were on that long to make a massive. But
I mean,
yeah,
they changed the game when they came on.
they did.
Compared to what we were
They
like, they
did. Yeah,
pushed us forward a
they
lot
did.
more.
They
So,
did. They did. So,
but yeah,
Longstaff, yeah, 8. Just because I mean, it was barely on the pitch, and then he puts away a volley like that. I've argued this all for the last 6 months. I don't know why Longstaff is not getting more game time,
no,
but
I agree, mate. He should be playing a lot more.
yeah,
Not going to rate Pirro because he didn't really do a lot more.
yeah. I can't believe,
But
mate. I got through 20 minutes of that, and then it just cut off.
I knew it was going to happen at some point. But let's rate the manager, Daniel Farke. Like, fair play to him because nobody thought that he was going to do well for Leeds. He's broken another record for Leeds in terms of unbeaten record away from home. And that's coming off the back of beating Man United away, beating Wolves, getting us 40 points. And there was comment earlier on saying this this point at game isn't so bad now.
It does what it does, doesn't it? It breaks records. It gets managers sacked. It relegates teams, and like I always keep saying, he's a good manager. We just got to, just got to keep giving him the right backing and the right situation. I think Leeds suits him. I think he gets
Yeah,
Leeds as well, and I love him as manager for us. I love the way that. I know sometimes like people don't like the way he talks, but I love it. I think that he talks well. But yeah, I mean, we've lost 12 games all season. We've drawn a lot, but we've dominated a lot of games. I think there's only Arsenal home and away, and maybe that Brighton game where
yeah.
we've looked out of it. I think every other game we've competed in, we've been there. We've been in there with a shout. So we've not looked out of place. And long live Farke in Leeds United. I mean, FA Cup semi-final. He's kept us up.
I mean, Nick's put 8 here. Danny's put a 7. For me personally, this game alone, the starting lineup, okay, realistically, you're not going to change a winning side. The two subs that he'd made, bringing off Bijol and Okafor for Nonto and Metro, completely changed the game. I completely forgot that Joe Rodon came on as well, which we haven't rated, but I'm going to give Rodon a 7.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I just think the substitutions were spot on. Bringing on Longstaff for Aronson, yes, it was 1-1 at the time. They did score, but then he got the winner or the equaliser. I apologise. So he's making the right subs. Obviously, you start off with a back three and then you change it to a back four. You can't go much wrong with that.
No, it made his tactical change, didn't it? And it makes sense. It does that, but it did what he always does, and just throws the iron at it just puts everybody on and hopes that we can get something. But it works. When it works, it's good. When it don't work, that's when it gets criticised. But I think overall, like I'd give him an 8 for today. The way that he's gone about it. But what I would possibly mark him down for is and I don't necessarily think it's all down to him, because I think that he don't like it when we're too passive. Because he don't like us being like that. You can see him going mad on the sidelines. But I think a lot on it. I don't know if the game plan is like to sit back and soak up pressure. I think what I don't like is when he does that too much, and some of it's got to be down to him, because he's got to be telling the players, don't try to soak up some pressure and then push forward. And whether they're doing it how he wants it, I don't know, because I don't know what he's saying to him. But yeah, that's the only thing I'd mark him down for. Because when Farke's going for it, shackles are off, and it's brilliant to watch then.
Yeah, I only give him an 8.5 today. Thought the subs were brilliant. Starting lineup was the correct decision. But before we leave it, a vital, massive game on Sunday.
Yeah, which they've sacked Rosinar now, aren't they?
They have sacked him and they brought in somebody who I didn't think had. Anyway, do Leeds United win the semi-finals? Yes or no, Craig?
Yes.
I think we do. I think we.
I think we do. I think that's right. I think that's why they've sacked Liam Rosinar, because they're worried.
Yeah, and then you've got this interim manager until the end of the season. We've had a absolutely fantastic April. Hopefully, we can carry this on, get through to a final of an FA Cup. I said at the start of the season I want a cup run, and the fact that we're so close to making it through to the final, it is beautiful. But yeah, great. We will leave it here. Guys, if you're listening on Spotify or watching this back, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with us? Let me know your player ratings as well. Are we right or are we too generous today? And we'll see you after the Chelsea game. Leeds.
Leeds.